Wait. Before you do anything, don't skip this part, because I promise you, in the next 15 minutes, your English is going to feel completely different. Not better grammar, not more vocabulary, just different. More natural, more confident, like you actually belong in the conversation. And the crazy part? It all comes down to 4 tiny words. Leo, tell them which ones.
Actually, basically, probably, and definitely. That's it. 4 words. And I know what you're thinking. I already know those words. And yeah, maybe you do. But I promise you, you are not using them the way native speakers do. And that gap, that is exactly what is making you sound like a textbook instead of a real person.
And by the end of this video, that gap is going to be completely closed. So here is what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below. Just write, "I'm in." That's it. 2 words. It tells us you're here, you're committed, and honestly, it helps our video reach more people like you who are trying to get genuinely fluent. Leo, should we get into it?
Let's go.
Welcome back to ChatterBox-English, the channel where we don't just teach you English, we train you to actually use it. I'm Clara, this is Leo, and if you are new here, first of all, hi, we are so happy you found us. Make sure you hit subscribe because we drop new lessons every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss them.
And if you're a returning Chatterbox family member, you already know how this works. We don't do passive watching here. We talk, we explain, we give you real examples from real conversations. And most importantly, you practice with us. Out loud. Like actually out loud, not just in your head. Because that's the only way this stuff sticks.
So today's lesson, actually, basically, probably, definitely. These 4 words are what I call fluency connectors. They are the glue that holds natural English speech together. And the reason most learners struggle with them is that textbooks teach you the definition, but native speakers, we use them for totally different reasons. Leo, you want to kick us off with actually?
Born ready.
Okay, so actually, classic dictionary definition, in reality, as a matter of fact. Fine, that's technically correct. But here's what the dictionary won't tell you. In real conversation, we use actually to do 2 completely different things. And once you understand both of them, you're going to start hearing it everywhere.
Everywhere. I promise. Like, you're going to watch a TV show tonight and go, "Oh, that's what Clara was talking about."
Exactly. So use number 1. We use actually to correct something gently without sounding rude or confrontational. This is huge because in English, the way you say something matters just as much as what you're saying. Like, imagine someone says to me, "Oh, Clara, are you from London?" And I'm not. I'm from Manchester. If I just say, "No, I'm from Manchester," it's not wrong, but it sounds a bit cold, short, almost like I'm cutting the conversation off. But the second I add actually, "No, actually, I'm from Manchester," suddenly it sounds friendly. It sounds open. It sounds like I'm happy to be corrected, happy to share the right information.
It's like a little social cushion. You're not saying you're wrong. You're saying, "Hey, just so you know, here's the real story." And the other person doesn't feel embarrassed at all.
Totally. And Leo, give them the restaurant example because I love that one.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you're at a restaurant. You ordered the grilled salmon. The waiter brings you a chicken dish. Now, you could say, "This is wrong. I didn't order this." And technically, you're right. But it comes out aggressive, even if you don't mean it that way. But what if you say, "Oh, sorry, actually, I ordered the salmon"? That word actually softens the whole thing. The waiter understands immediately, nobody feels attacked, and you get your salmon. Everybody wins.
Which brings us to use number 2. And this one is honestly my favorite. We use actually to share surprising or unexpected information, something that contradicts what someone might assume. Like, "I thought this movie was going to be terrible, but actually, it was incredible." You see how the word creates a little contrast, a little twist? It tells your listener, hold on, this might surprise you.
It adds drama in the best way. It's like a mini plot twist in your sentence.
A mini plot twist. I love that. Okay, speaking of plot twists, let's talk about what not to do with actually. Because a lot of learners put it in the wrong place, and it sounds very unnatural. You don't want to start every single sentence with actually, because then it loses its effect. You want to drop it in when there's genuinely a correction happening, or genuinely a surprise. That contrast has to be real. Leo, let's model a few quick examples so they can hear how it flows.
Let's do it. She seemed really upset, but actually she was just tired. That's the correction use. The expectation was upset, the reality was tired. Actually bridges that.
I've never tried sushi before, but actually, I think I'd love it. That's the surprising truth use. You'd expect hesitation, but the speaker is expressing unexpected confidence. And then there's the mid-sentence version. That exam was actually much easier than I expected. Just slipping it in to add that element of surprise.
And guys, here's where I want to pause and point something out. Because right now, some of you are listening to us and thinking, okay, I get it. But then when you're in a real conversation, you freeze and you revert back to your old habits. That's normal. That's human. The fix? You have to practice out loud in the moment. So right now, I want you to look at the screen and just say this out loud wherever you are. Don't be shy. Say it. I thought it would be boring, but actually, I had an amazing time. Say it again, and this time put a little smile in your voice when you say actually, because that's what native speakers do. There's warmth in that word.
And if you want more practice with actually specifically, we have a full video on softening your English so you sound more polite and approachable. I'll link it in the description and in the cards above. But for now, let's keep moving because word number 2 is honestly a game changer for anyone who gets nervous during long explanations. Leo, take it away.
Okay, basically, this word is my personal best friend in English, and I'm not being dramatic. If you are someone who gets nervous when someone asks you a complicated question, because suddenly your brain is full of information, but you don't know how to organize it, and you just start going, then basically is going to save your life.
And we all know that feeling.
Every single person learning a language knows that panic. So here's what basically does. It signals to your listener, I'm about to give you the short version, the summary, the most important part, without all the complicated details. And the beautiful thing, it buys you time. While your mouth is saying, basically, which takes about half a second, your brain is organizing the rest of your sentence. It is a completely legal cheat code.
I love how you put that, a legal cheat code, because that's exactly what it is. It's not cheating, it's a conversational strategy. Native speakers do this instinctively. We just don't think about it because it's automatic for us.
Exactly. So imagine someone asks you, what do you do for work? Now, my actual job has about 40 different responsibilities. I could talk for 20 minutes. But instead, I say, basically, I manage a team and make sure our projects run on time. Done. The person gets it, they're not overwhelmed, and I sound confident and in control, even though I just compressed a very complicated job into one sentence.
And that's the key thing. Basically doesn't make you sound lazy or unclear. It actually, there I go again, it actually makes you sound more confident because confident speakers don't over-explain. They distill. They give you the essence.
Perfectly said. And you can use it in so many situations. Basically, the meeting got canceled. Basically, what she's saying is that we need more time. I don't want to get into the whole story, but basically, it didn't go well. Each time you're trimming the fat and delivering the core message.
Now, and Leo touched on this, but I want to make sure everyone catches this. The position of basically in the sentence matters. You'll most often hear it at the very beginning, as a sentence opener. Basically, here's what happened. But you can also place it just before the main point in the middle of a sentence. The problem is basically that nobody communicated properly. Both work. Both sound natural.
What you want to avoid, and I say this with love, is using basically as filler between every single sentence. Some people pick it up and then it becomes a habit, and every sentence starts with basically, and then it stops sounding natural and starts sounding like a nervous tick.
We've all met that person.
We have. And look, it happens, especially when you're learning. But just be aware of it. Use it intentionally. Use it when you genuinely are summarizing or simplifying something. Okay, real talk for a second. I want you guys to do something. Take whatever you're doing right now, your job, your studies, your life situation, and in the comments below, write a sentence that starts with basically and tells us something about yourself. Could be, basically, I'm a nurse who's learning English to get a promotion. Or, basically, I've been studying English for 3 years and I'm finally starting to feel confident. We are going to read those. Clara and I genuinely go through the comments. It's not just something we say.
We really do. And it's also great practice because you're using the word in a real personal sentence about your actual life, which is so much more powerful than just reading an example off a screen. Okay, word number 3. And this one is fascinating because it does something very specific psychologically. It protects you. Leo, should I take this one?
Please.
Probably. Okay, so textbook definition, likely to happen. Around 70–80% chance. Fine. But here is the real reason native speakers reach for this word constantly. It is a shield. It is a get-out-of-jail-free card. And I mean that in the best possible way.
A shield? Tell them more.
Here's what I mean. When you make a strong statement, it will rain tomorrow. She's angry at you. The meeting will run long. And you turn out to be wrong? You look bad. Your credibility takes a little hit. But the moment you add probably, it will probably rain tomorrow. She's probably a bit annoyed. The meeting will probably run long. You have expressed your genuine belief about the situation while also leaving room to be wrong. You're not wishy-washy. You're just honest about the limits of what you know.
And this is actually something very culturally important in English, especially in British English. There's a strong tradition of not overstating things, of being precise about your level of certainty. So probably isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of intelligence and self-awareness.
Exactly. And it flows into so many everyday situations. She's probably on her way. She just got stuck in traffic. This is probably the best solution we have right now. I'll probably finish it tonight, but I might need until tomorrow. All of these sound incredibly natural, and they communicate clearly. High confidence, but not a guarantee.
Now, pronunciation moment, because this is something learners really struggle with, and nobody talks about it. In formal speech, you say probably. 3 syllables, clean. But in casual, fast conversation, native speakers almost always compress it. It becomes probably, or even probably. It just slides together. Listen to how I say it naturally. I'll probably see you this weekend. Hear that? It's faster, it's more relaxed. It sounds like how people actually talk.
And that compression, that's true for a lot of words in natural spoken English. We don't always speak the way things are written. And being aware of that and starting to mirror it, that's a huge step towards sounding genuinely natural rather than just technically correct.
Huge step. Okay, so here's a question for the comments, and I genuinely want to know. What is something you probably want to achieve with your English this year? Write it down below. I'll probably get a promotion if my English improves. I'll probably be able to travel confidently by December. It forces you to use the word, and it's a little moment of goal setting, which I think is powerful.
I love that. Okay, and before we move to our 4th and final word, I want to say something to anyone who is watching this and thinking, I've been learning English for years and I still don't feel confident. please hear this. Fluency is not about perfection. It is not about never making a mistake. It is about building habits. The habit of reaching for these connecting words. The habit of speaking without freezing. And that habit gets built one conversation at a time, one video at a time. And you are literally doing it right now. So be proud of yourself for showing up. Leo, let's close this out with the big one.
The big one. Let's go. Definitely. If probably is a 75%, definitely is a full, unshakable, absolute 100%. And when you use this word, you are communicating something very specific. You have zero doubt. You are committed. You are certain. And that energy, that certainty, it is contagious in a conversation.
It is so contagious. And here's the thing that I think is the most underrated use of definitely as a one-word response. Not in a full sentence, just definitely. And the effect of that one word is incredible. Leo, ask me something.
Clara, do you think our viewers are going to improve their English if they keep practicing every day?
Definitely. Did you hear that? No long answer. No, yes, I think so, I believe that. Just definitely. And it communicates absolute support, absolute agreement, absolute enthusiasm. It makes the other person feel seen and validated immediately.
And this is so important socially. In English, how engaged you sound matters. If someone shares exciting news with you and you go, "Yes, that is good, well done," it sounds cold, even if you don't mean it that way. But if you say, "Oh, definitely, that's amazing," the energy alone changes the whole conversation.
Completely. And inside a sentence definitely functions as a spotlight. It highlights your certainty about the specific thing you're saying. This is definitely the hardest part of the project. We are definitely going to be there. You should definitely try the new restaurant on 5th Street. It's unbelievable. It tells your listener, of all the things I might be unsure about in life, this one thing I am completely, totally sure about.
And the rhythm of it matters too. Definitely. It's got this satisfying, punchy quality. When you say it with confidence, and you can feel this as you say it, it's almost impossible to sound uncertain. The word itself sounds certain.
Say it out loud right now, wherever you are. Just say, definitely. Right? You can feel it. It's like the word does half the work for you.
And here's your final comment challenge for today. Think of one thing in your life that you are definitely going to do and write it in the comments. I'm definitely going to speak English every day this week. I'm definitely going to finish this online course. I'm definitely subscribing to this channel right now. That last one, we highly recommend.
We definitely recommend it. Okay, let's bring it home. Today, you learned 4 words. But what you actually learned is how native speakers structure their confidence, their uncertainty, their corrections, and their summaries in real conversation. Actually, for gentle corrections and surprising truths. Basically, for simplifying the complicated stuff and buying yourself thinking time. Probably for expressing strong expectation without locking yourself into a corner. And definitely for absolute conviction and enthusiastic agreement.
These 4 words are going to start showing up in your speech naturally, but only if you keep practicing. And the best practice? Talking. Not reading, not watching, talking. So today, after this video, I want you to have one conversation. With a friend, with a family member, with yourself in the mirror if you have to. And try to use at least 2 of these words. That's it. 2 words. Naturally. In context. And notice how it feels different.
And then come back here and tell us in the comments how it went. Seriously, we love hearing those stories. And if you share a sentence using one of today's 4 words in the comments, we will personally respond to as many as we can. Because this channel is not just about watching, it's about growing together.
If this lesson helped you, and I genuinely hope it did, please share it with one person who is also learning English. One friend, one colleague, one family member. Because when you share something useful, you're not just helping them, you're reinforcing it in your own brain too.
Hit that like button. It tells YouTube this video is worth showing to more people just like you, and it literally costs you nothing. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and tap the notification bell so you know the second our next lesson drops. Leo, any final words?
Yeah, just keep going. Seriously. Every single lesson you show up to is a brick in the wall of your fluency. It adds up. You might not see it today, but one day you're going to be in the middle of a conversation in English and it's just going to flow. And you're going to remember that you put the work in. We are so proud of you for being here. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one, Chatterbox family.